Hi guys, welcome to the video. So today we'll check out another free-for-all game from the game Scouring, and this is another intense one. It's not long, but as you can see it's only 36 minutes, but it will be definitely pretty challenging, so let's just get right into it. One interesting fact, if you are watching my videos regularly and you know Armies of Exigo, you might know this player, Soulskeeper, who is also in this lobby, so definitely at least one player you might know here. Outside of that, obviously I don't know the other players really, but maybe you also played with them if you played some games here already. Let's resume the replay. We are starting on this right position as the White Empire or White Human. As you can see, there is also the orange player who is Soulskeeper, as I said. Actually, sorry, I'm black color, but it's displayed almost like white here, but it is actually black, sorry, the white player is here. It was kind of similar, but it was the skin of the peasant, so I have black color. Then we have purple orc here, then another blue player with humans, and yellow player with orcs as well. So as you can see immediately, I'm starting with sawmill, barracks, one farm, rebuilding it with one peasant. Obviously second peasant will join from the town hall once I have one of them at least on gold, and together with that we are power building barracks with 3 peasants and sawmill with 3 peasants. Immediately these 3 peasants will go to wood, so we can get some extra wood for archers, and also second farm. The 3 peasants that were building the barracks are immediately going on the farm, power building it with the 4th peasant, and then we'll move the 4th peasant to second farm, so bring another peasant to power build it even quicker. We don't have any food problems. I already have first archer. Obviously the goal is to move my archers here so we can get this expansion as quick as possible and get some resources advantage. We are constantly producing new peasants, new archers, finishing the second farm. We are already in minus with food, but we have a little bit in stock, so we don't have to worry about it. Before we run out of food, we will have the second farm finished, and now we are totally fine. 3 archers are ready. Obviously peasant production still continues, and we immediately go and we start killing these goblins on this expansion so we can secure second income before the first night, which is really important. As you can see, all the other players are still sitting in their main bases, not really doing much. And now finish the barracks here. You don't really see many units. There are 2 archers already from the purple player. Player already has 1 swordsman, but no one is really attacking the expansion yet. This player might actually lose the guard tower here or some workers because he's really close to these wolves. We'll see if he will aggro them. But yeah, I probably killed some archers. I don't think I finished it yet, but I wanted to retreat for a while, get another archer, just so we can focus it, one-shot it a little bit quicker. And seems like we probably didn't lose anything. Maybe actually lost 1 archer here. It seems like a human archer, so maybe I lost 1 guy there, but the important thing is that now night starts and I already have the expansion cleared. None of the other players really have anything yet. This player is now going for it, but it's obviously already later. I'm getting some extra kills here, just to get some nice extra resources, because I needed 600 gold for the expansion. I could have already moved my peasants there, but I guess I was more just trying to focus on this fight to not lose any archers, which is also important. So now I'm moving the peasants there a little bit later, but it should be still fine. I will still have the expansion earlier than the purple player, and obviously then anyone else as well, because there's no one even that close. Yellow player now has 4 warriors, so we can potentially kill these wolves with good micromanagement without really even losing anything. And does also save the guard tower, but unfortunately for him he lost 1 warrior there. I'm still trying to finish these orcs, because I still need to retreat to my barracks and to my expansion to protect everything against the skeletons, but on the first night you usually have a little bit more time in the beginning before the enemies start coming, so this is totally fine. The smithy here already first cannon, also sawmill now being finished. Here just archer spam, but he still didn't place the expansion. Even though he has quite lots of archers, most of them are low HP. He's not really utilizing them for much. White player playing really defensively, also not really utilizing the sawmill for gathering wood. And the blue player also playing really passively. Blue player now as well. Not sure what the guard tower was for, but now he's not really using it much. But at least he's upgrading his clan hall. Don't see any other main buildings being upgraded, I think. I'm also waiting with this a little bit. I want to get a little bit more peasants first. Need to also finish my farm because we are slowly losing our saved up food. Our expansion is now fully working. We have decent amount of peasants here already. We are really fine. Some wolves attacking here on the purple player. He's power building the expansion now, but he's getting harassed by the skeletons and he didn't move any soldiers there, which is definitely a huge mistake. He had lots of archers. Not sure why he has them like here, like this here. If he had just 4 or 5 on the barracks and the rest of them protecting the expansion, he could easily finish it. Doesn't really have to leave the barracks like this. Now he's just maybe even gonna lose some archers while he also lost one worker on even 2 maybe, and he also didn't finish the clan halls. So he's wasting a ton of time here. A yellow player now also decided to go for his expansion, so definitely wise move. Player still playing pretty passively. Orange player even struggling here a little bit. The neutral enemies, I think with his peasants as well. Also he has the cannon, which is good to kill the neutral enemies, but you can also splash kill your own peasants, as you can see, so I wouldn't really recommend it. Cannons really use them only if you really need. Either if you need some really strong defense against some big pushes, or if you need to siege someone down with the new siege mode ability. Outside of that I wouldn't really use the cannons too much. Or maybe if you want to hold some position, but definitely not in the early defense like this. Just kill your own peasants. The blue player is struggling with food a little bit. As you can see, he's also losing maybe some peasants here to the skeletons, even though he has 2 barracks with many archers on both of them. I think it's like 14 archers, maybe even 15 now, also some swordsmen. So definitely pretty big army. White player just making some more farms, nothing really more that we can see from him. Purple player now finally finished the expansion, and actually, as you can see, the yellow player now actually resigned. He surrendered, which is something I don't see, I didn't even remember that happened, so it will probably take me a while before I actually take a look here. I think I will be fighting with the orange player now, so I won't be really interested about this spot, and this could be actually pretty nice for the blue player, who is even closer to this spot, and he could have 3 expansions there, but he still didn't even take the natural expansion of his, so I don't think he will really utilize that possible advantage. Right now I'm going for the 4th upgrade, accumulating some swordsmen finally together with my archers. We have 2nd barracks near the expansion. We are also getting some wood here. We have okay amount of food income, so that's also really good. Blue player now placing his expansion, eventually conquering this outpost for himself. He probably mainly wanted to maybe harass this expansion of the white player, but since he didn't even take it, he can at least farm the neutral enemies here for some extra resources. Orange player now also placing his expansion, power building the town hall immediately with 4 peasants there. And yeah, the blue player as well. So now everyone will have 2 bases except the white player for now. But obviously we should already have a huge resource lead, thanks to having the expansion for much longer. Obviously there is still this base, potentially for the blue player if he wants to, and he can also still take these 2, so he has definitely the most expansion options now. If he scouted really well, he could definitely utilize his advantage, but instead of that he's now fighting with some wolves here. Yeah. And there is also obviously still the middle expansion that we can utilize later. I think I will capture it eventually, but we will see. So now I decided to do a small push on the orange player here. He doesn't have too many peasants here, no barracks or any other defense, so I will just force his peasants away and quickly destroy the town hall with my swordsman. He doesn't have too many units to actually fight back, so just have to retreat for now. And this will obviously mean some resources for me, which is really good, and also potentially an expansion, so that is always really nice. Also right now it's the only player that is right next to me, so obviously I need to eliminate any danger as soon as possible, so I can start safely expanding. Unfortunately he has the cannon here, which will actually hold his base pretty well. He immediately one-shotted one of my archers, and now he's bringing a second cannon. So that's definitely really good. He places it on this guard tower. I'm immediately bringing my peasants, building an expansion here. Because if he plays defensively like this with cannons on his towers and barracks, that's no problem for me. He's no danger for me there, and I can easily take the base. The purple player is now going to kill the troll here probably. Actually he could take the expansion, but I guess he just wants the 205 gold from the troll. Blue player really expanding here his infrastructure with second barracks. Third barracks in total. So smithy, and now taking the outpost as well. Purple player is taking more and more neutral enemies. Orange player is fighting with me, and the white player is still staying pretty passive there. But unfortunately now he brought the cannon into the offense, so now it will be even harder to actually fight here. I don't even have smithy, I think. Actually I have it now because I wanted to get shields, but I don't have any cannons. I just don't really like to make them in these fights. But as you can see, they can be definitely pretty effective. Fortunately I managed to snipe this cannon before he was able to set it into the siege mode. But now there is this cannon in the tower, it will be harder to deal with, so I just decided to retreat for now. I have the base here, I'm getting some resources, so it's definitely really good. Of course I could have much more easily take this base, but I didn't know that the player that left was here. Once again, I could have of course sent a scout there. It's a bit of my mistake, but at least I managed to get this third base here. And since no other player has 3 bases yet, this is totally fine. The purple player could definitely take this base, since the white player is so passive and orange player doesn't have time now to actually take it. But I also have to take care of this base now instead of the middle. White player now decided to just rush with some swordsmen into the forces of the blue player. Not really sure why. Obviously he had way less units, he didn't really have any potions or anything. He didn't take even the archers there, so I'm not sure. Now actually purple coming here with double potion archers with 2 and 3 levels. Harassing the orange player from the other side, while he's also harassing me here with some archers, so I actually decided to move away with my peasants. I didn't really want to fight near the cannon because he actually managed to set up another barracks there. But at the same time his economy is now really quickly dying. The archers of the purple player, so he actually quite helped me. Obviously I should probably still be able to easily push this because I had a way better income, but still it was definitely useful. The blue player was basically lurked out by the white player, provoked when he attacked there with the swordsman, so obviously the blue player is much stronger, so he will probably just delete him. And the orange player is definitely also now in a really tough situation with just 1 base. Not too many peasants left, probably struggling with food soon because he doesn't have too many farms and still has decent amount of units. Will of course consume lots of food. The Muncher Cave. Overall we haven't seen too many knights and no ogres, I think. I'm the only one who is making knights for now, but there are definitely stables of the white player. And now there is the Muncher Cave of the purple player. I think the blue player has stables yet. Looks likely not. Of course too, he doesn't have resources for that. Okay, now I abandon this, night is coming, I don't know what's actually all happening there. He will come here with the archers, but he didn't find anything, so he just immediately retreats. You can destroy buildings with archers, and I guess he doesn't want to really come here with melee units. Now he's actually coming with few swordsmen. But there are also neutral enemies, so he will have to fight them. He's even trying to build here, but during the night it's not the smartest move. Also he's getting attacked probably from the other side with some neutral enemies, and I can just bring my archers here, push him back. So this is definitely not gonna pay off. This gave me some free kills and some free resources. I think he will probably set up a cannon here soon, but he's once again struggling with food as well, so not the best thing. Skeleton attacking my cannon, but now I also decided to bring some cannons. Just to really make sure that I'm not getting countered by something that I don't have myself.
Our forces are under attack.
People are making lots of new farms. Now I also prepared my church, because we already have castle, obviously also making some new farms for extra food. Yeah, you can see that we are around 1000 right now. We managed to kill some peasants again. Look, the orange player is around 400 food, so nothing too crazy. Player 600, I mean the food that is being used. Purple player 680 and blue player actually 1200, so the blue player has a little bit more than me. I also don't have the most amount of resources, so he's definitely way ahead right now, even though he's also playing only with 2 bases. I have third base, but I'm not getting any resources from it right now, so I have the same income as the blue player and the purple player now. But as you can see, it's like 4 workers 0 or 3, the purple player, so he's not getting too many resources from that. The blue player definitely has way more optimal amount of peasants, same as me. Likely on peasant cap already. But yeah, now I brought my cannons. Unfortunately there is this cannon on the tower, so I would kinda need to kill it with my archers, but I really don't want to lose anything there. It definitely wasn't played the best. I have one more cannon here, so I will try to retarget it, but it will also die, so I just decided to bring some units, but there is still this cannon, so definitely not the easiest thing to push. Also it's during the night. I don't really want to unnecessarily lose more units here. To be honest, actually this was maybe in the previous patch actually played, so there wasn't the siege mode of the cannons yet. Otherwise I could just siege this tower down with the siege mode on the cannons. Well, I don't think it was available in this version of the game yet, so that is why we couldn't do that really. But yeah, he decided to destroy my town hall. I'm probably really fine with that. I just know that I can accumulate strong enough army to push him again. One cannon won't do much, especially when he's also starving. Blue player actually now pushing with peasants because he ran out of gold, I guess, or I'm not sure what's happening there, but he just decided to take all of his peasants. Somehow push the blue player back, who actually doesn't have too many units left. Now he lost them there, but not looking too good for him. Unfortunately for orange player, it's looking even worse because now the purple player is attacking again. Lots of munchers, also some goblin archers, some warriors, and actually sorry, okay, so it was already available here, so I just didn't have the upgrade there yet because it was too expensive. It was obviously already available here. Now he used it here, and it dealt some decent damage. Seems like a really effective siege. He's taking some damage, but he definitely damaged this a lot. White player somehow defending himself still, but fortunately he for some reason sacrificed all his peasants, so now from 1 income, even though he could have had 2 incomes, now from 1 income he has 0. Now here I decided to take this base instead of just trying to continuously pushing here. Even though I could push it, I would just lose too many units on it, and if there was another player attacking me from the top at the same time, even through the middle, I would have big problems. So rather I played safe, I keep my army available until I need it, and I take some free expansions. Once again I could have scouted this, it would be even safer than the middle, but to be honest I really like to take the middle, especially from this side of the map. The convenient, and really quickly supply new units here, and my army was strong enough to hold this in a moment of need, yeah, so They're totally fine at the same moment. Obviously I didn't know about this, but the purple player already started finishing the orange player, so you won't even have to worry about this. Blue player preparing another barracks in the back as well, so really lots of production buildings and lots of defensive positions, so he's definitely slowly becoming pretty dangerous opponent. But once again, I have of course no idea about this when I'm playing the game. And now we see the Munchers just slowly chopping over the buildings, but they are still dying pretty quickly to the cannons. Much more effective to bring warriors against that with shields. Or just try to snipe the cannons with some archers, or if you have the siege mode it's even easier. Fortunately the siege shot is not too accurate. Now the blue player decided to go for a huge push, but the white defense is still not too bad. Need to one-shot the swordsman maybe with some archers, then the cannon retarget to these archers. Unfortunately he didn't do that. The swordsman managed to get on the barracks, and I think this will be the end of the white player. Which means immediately a new basis for the blue player. But unfortunately he also didn't scout it this. Yeah, we both could have got 2 free expansions here, but none of us actually went there, so it was a mistake from both of us, but this way it actually countered each other. And that means that it wasn't advantage for any of the players on the map, actually keeping it a little bit more balanced. Soul Keeper, the orange player, calls it GG. White player complaining that this is the reason why he doesn't play multiplayer. I mean, we obviously saw that he didn't even take his expansion, so that definitely isn't the way to play multiplayer. But obviously he's pretty new, so no problem. Everyone has to start somewhere. He will just get some free kills because I knew that Soul Keeper was already dying, since I probably saw the purple player here, so I just decided to quickly rush in here, get some free resources before he farms it, and also maybe even kill him. But he has so many cannons that I don't really want to attack into this, so I will just retreat here. But I will see if I can capture this, or if I will just make sure that he doesn't capture it, but the main thing now is to protect the middle, in case someone comes. Potentially scout the top now, so we'll see what we decide to do. Also night will be probably coming pretty soon. He'll need to suffer. We left him 1 building, so he didn't lose yet, which means he can't really watch the map, but I think even if you surrender you can still watch, so that's quite good. But I will of course go finish it soon. I just didn't know if the purple player is still waiting here with his cannons. I wanted to be quite careful. Right, now we can check the food again. We have 1700, the purple player only 850, so not too much, and blue player 1500, so now we have the strongest army. The blue player is definitely pretty close, and now he's probably gonna get his 4th base. Means I will also have to get it, but for now we have both free, so it's balanced once again. Coming with 1 muncher, so maybe he will actually finish the guard tower here, we'll see. Blue player's still not really making any knights. Because he still doesn't even have stables. I don't know if he doesn't like the unit or what is the problem there, but he doesn't even have castle, it's only fort. So yeah, obviously without stables you can't upgrade to castles, so... But even if he had it, he can't have church and heal, so... It's just archers and swordsmen from this guy. On the other hand, the purple player has lots of munchers, but now I don't mind this, yeah, they are fighting against each other. So this is definitely pretty fine with me. Obviously they are both farming lots of resources, but they are giving me time to potentially accumulate some stronger army and also stronger economy. So this is always good. Now I scouted here with a swordsman, so I know that this player is also already not here. At the same time I'm making this base, protecting it with my knights. Purple player somehow repelled the blue attack, but blue player still has lots of units. Purple player will most likely pretty soon fall.
Our gold deposit is running low.
Only 2 bases with like really maybe 4 workers together,
Our forces are
not
under
5,
attack.
so definitely not enough. We're losing some new ones in at least one of his citadels. And outside of that, I don't see much more hope for him. Blue player should definitely capture this now. Potentially finally also scout the top corner.
Job done. Our forces are under attack. Job's done.
Obviously I'm trying to clear as many neutral enemies as possible during the night so I can gather even more resources. As also testing if you can see the messages of observers during the game, which I think we probably didn't see, but now another observer answered to him, so I can probably see their messages between each other. So that's kinda interesting, and it also saves into the replay. We'll see if the blue player will eventually swap to knights or not.
Our forces
For
are
now it
under
doesn't seem
attack.
like that.
Job's done.
Blue player of course staying pretty defensive. Our expansion is now finished. Need to effectively protect it with the knights here.
Our forces are under attack.
Constantly getting some extra kills even here, and in this location I'll just build my new base as well. We have ton of resources, so placing more bases, even if I don't have too many workers left for those bases to gather gold in, it doesn't really matter. If you have the bases there, you will always have some value, and even if you can't get any workers there yet, it's always worth it to capture those bases. Blue player probably just waiting for the night to end so we can finish the purple guy.
Our forces are under attack.
Here I'm just buying some potions, double potions for my cavalry.
Job's done. Job's done.
Of course, more neutral enemies here as well. I'm going for another barracks. Always good to have one barracks near every expansion you have. Here I even made 2 because it's a dangerous spot in the middle of the map. But this allows you to quickly make some reinforcements there to protect against some sudden attacks. You can also place archers there without the need of upgrading the town hall, so you can constantly produce workers there. And at the same time it just gives you some funky building there. Yeah. Overall you want to have better infrastructure with more barracks, so it's always a good idea when you make a base, just make barracks right next to it. You can even make more of them, but at least one are always really important. Night ended, the blue player immediately attacking. You see the purple player actually fighting back with the siege ability. Doing some decent damage to these archers, but it's like 50 damage, so nothing too crazy, won't even one-shot them. And it's pretty random where it lands, so nothing to really worry about. Right, there's only like 9 minutes left, so it's getting to the end. There wasn't too many intense moments yet, but obviously the blue player is still quite strong. I have this base empty now, he also has his expansion empty. We both have our main base, and then he has only one base here actually. But it is kinda his mistake, because he could have taken this a really long time ago. And now when he conquers this, he can also take these bases. But I also still don't have this expansion. For now we are playing basically 3 bases against 2, so I should have slight resource advantage, even though I have only 4 peasants here. But he also only has 1 here, so definitely gold shouldn't be that big of a problem. In terms of food, I have 2,400 to around 2,000. He has like 200 less in terms of what he's using, or 150, so it's still pretty close. The interesting part should come really soon. Obviously, he still doesn't have knights, so that's quite a big advantage for me, because knights, first of all, on ground, they can destroy pretty much everything. They can get one-shotted by archers if you target them well, but if you also heal and use potions, everything, it's still pretty hard. And also the knights are much faster, so I have better mobility, I can get better control of the map. He attacked here with some second army in the middle. I have my units prepared here, so that's not a problem. I'm also accumulating more units in the back. I had my knights here protecting this new expansion. And yeah, I'm also taking some neutral camps here. Quickly destroyed this. The player is dead, but he's still finishing his buildings, which is good. He can get resources from it, but he's also wasting some time there. If I decided to push now, he would have problems actually making it back in time.
Our forces are under attack.
Obviously here we need to finish it with the swordsman. I don't even have any archers here, so knights can't really fight with the bandits, and I also need the swordsman there to capture the outpost. We captured another base, also this one, so now I have... this is empty already. He actually still has his main base, but I still have 5 expansions, while he has only 2. He doesn't have any workers here, and here he has 1, so he has basically 0 income. I still have more resources. Yeah, food resources. He has lots of gold, 10,000. But in terms of food, I'm still winning a little bit. But now it's basically even. And now they are talking about me and playing Armies of Exio. Definitely. If you guys haven't seen my Armies of Exio videos, you can go watch them. There is a ton of them. But yeah, now he actually managed to kill this expansion. He's going for another one, so he's slowly clearing my expansions, which is really good from him. A really smart move. Even when I have these small defenses there with 1 barracks and some archers on top of it, when he brings so many archers with good levels, and even if he also had potions, he will be even stronger. He can easily take them down, and I actually have to bring some units here. And he'll probably also soon come here with some more units. He's still standing in the middle, so if I retreat with too many units from the middle to defend myself from this, I might struggle because he might attack with another army. So right now he's doing a really good macro, really good multitasking, overall map control, attacking on 3 different places on the map. And that's something you don't usually see in this game, so I haven't trained it too much. I usually like to bring my army together. So I was expecting some bigger attack here, so I brought more units here. Now he's attacking here again, so he's doing a really good job. Here I had some slight defense. Obviously I started producing some more units. I just need to change my rally points. Now I'm bringing my army back to the middle. We are basically on 0 resources, slowly losing units, so it's definitely not looking the best. But if we take a look, we are still slightly winning on food, so we should have a little bit more units. Also have potions on most of my units, so that is where the resources went. And also obviously I'm grouped up, so my army is just much stronger than anything I can meet on my way into going into the enemy base. So I think right around this moment I will probably decide to do the important move. Yeah, I wanted to go defend this, and I just said no, I'm not doing this. Actually I will maybe even defend it here, but I just told myself no, we are not doing this. We are not going to defend on here and here and here. I'll just take my army and I will go delete him, because once he loses his main base, there is nothing he can do. He won't have time and resources to rebuild everything, so that should be the strategy. That should easily win this, because this is just such a strong army that he has no chance of defending this. Even if he had like 5 barracks next to each other here with some cannons and archers, I would still be able to push it. So this was definitely the most important choice here. We will probably still win this. He already sacrificed most of his units. Once he splits them like this, he managed to kill the bases, that's true. So I'm losing my income. If at the same time he was building his own bases, he could regain some macro advantage. but since he was not building at the same time, he was just pushing on different places, but at the same time losing lots of units. I don't think it was actually too effective, but the baseline of his strategy was definitely pretty good. He just needed better defense and better macro at the same time while also attacking me on multiple places. But yeah, I mean, fortunately, this strategy was superior. We managed to overpush him, have some units at home to protect us against the neutral enemies. His units here are also struggling with neutral enemies now, so helping us a little bit. And I'll just continue pushing. He still has some pretty strong defense here, even some swordsmen with shields, tanking my archers. He also has archers on his towers, but so many units that this shouldn't be a problem. We are also farming lots of resources from killing him. I think I will maybe start. Actually, he built front barracks here, some front base. Maybe wanted to continue pushing here, but left 2 swordsmen, 2 archers. He doesn't have any more units there. He just has to bring everything, try to defend this with some last forces, but at the same time he's just continuously getting pushed by the neutral enemies from all sides. Just continue pushing this way. You can see they're saying that the neutral enemies almost kill him at the start. I wasn't watching there that carefully, but yeah, I think he was struggling there a little bit, maybe even with the wolves. The neutral enemies are also pushing from the back on my archers, so I have to turn around from time to time, kill them, then continue pushing, otherwise I will just lose my archers, but this is just more experience and resources for me, so no problem. Definitely pretty easy. Also send some more units from the middle here, while still keeping some more units there. And here actually the neutral enemies finished my buildings, not the enemy player. He also started producing something here now, but there are also skeletons. Even letting him really build, and eventually he just calls it GG's. Of course, I also say GG, and he eventually surrenders. Yeah, the game overall wasn't that difficult, it wasn't even too long, but this last moment of the play from the blue player was quite interesting, so I wanted to show you this. I think that was quite nice, so I hope you enjoyed it. We can take a look on the results. So let's finish replay. So you can see we mined the most gold, around 60,000, then the blue player around 40,000, the other players a little bit less. He actually got a little bit more wood than me. In terms of units trained, he also trained way more than me, but I had a little bit more kills still, and he had a really bad kill ratio. Yeah, he needs to work on his micromanagement a little bit more. Obviously the way he was splitting his units was effective in terms of being annoying and stopping the resource income of other players, but I still had way more resources, and at the same time I had way better micromanagement, so I lost only 124 units, which is less than everyone else except the yellow player who just resigned there. We also had the most buildings, which is always important to have really good infrastructure, while covering also not the biggest portion of the map actually. I think the blue player maybe had covered bigger portion of the map, but we are definitely hunting some extra neutral enemies whenever we could, and that led to more than twice the amount of neutral killed, which definitely gave us a ton of more resources. Together with the gold mined is just a combination that is ultra strong. You can spend all of this extra gold on potions if you don't have extra wood, or you can just make more swordsmen. It's just always useful to have more resources, so I would definitely recommend to kill as many neutral enemies as you can. But yeah, pretty nice game. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you in the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care, guys.